Hey everyone. Yeah, I thought I'd do a little bit of a quick work vlog, and the reason I say that is because my mom. It's the weekend. It's my first Saturday off in a while. My mom, my niece, and my nephews all over in the park playing a little baseball. At least trying to get some exercise, get the energy out of them, energy out of the kids, if you know what I mean. um, because yeah, kids need it right now. Kids need to get that, excuse me, that excess energy out of them. But I'll tell you, it's mentally I felt like saying, I'm free, I'm free. Quoting, what Plucky Duck said at the end of, towards the end of Tiny Toons, how I spent my summer vacation. Where he's like, after his little vacation trip with Hampton Sand, he's finally over, and the sideshow, and even with the slideshow, he's just running out saying, I'm free, excipated free, flew the coop. That's how I felt last night because I'm about yesterday's because that's how I felt, yesterday. Basically because I knew that as soon as midnight hit, or a little afterwards, I would be done with cart pushing for quite a while. Hopefully, I mean, I even said on my Facebook, finally cashiering, done with carts, and I've said in both areas, finally cashiering. I hope, and done with carts. I hope, and basically what I meant by hope, what I mean by that is, I look at it like I know I'm probably going to be put out there once in a while, but hopefully that won't be the case. But what a way for me to end potentially for quite a while, for the next 3 weeks, as far as I know. What a way for me to end that cart associating. I mean, the way I look at it, maybe it was appropriate, but then again, maybe it was just meant to be. I don't know. But basically, what happened, I mean, of all the days for this to happen, the cart machine, the mule, finally breaks down. And we're not talking motorized or anything like that, no. We're actually talking the fact that, well, if you want to look up cart managers on Google or here on YouTube and all that, you kind of see what I'm talking about. But what we would do, probably like some other stores out there, and maybe unlike some other stores, is we would actually use what is known as a lead cart. We would take a cart, and we would take a cart. We would take a cart, basically, and we would take a cart basically, and we would attach it first to the front of the cart mule and use it like I say, a lead on, sort of a lead cart, that as we would hold on to it, because it made it easier, because basically if we didn't use that, we would have to push it like this. We'd have to do like this. Not saying that's hard or anything, but from what has been shown, it's a lot easier to have like a lead cart that you could basically pull in any direction you want. Well, you have the remote, and you're using the remote as that key to basically control it and steer it around. Well, what happened is one of the wheel jacks, if you will, one of the jacks or one of the wheel holders on the front of the mule finally broke. Here's the thing, it was loose and everything, but it still was strong enough for us to be able to put a cart on that, even put one of those pulleys underneath so that the cart doesn't, slide forward or anything like that, or doesn't pull off. Or bungee cords, basically what it is. One of the new guys put a bungee cord there, so like I said, it wouldn't, jump off and all that. And basically, what finally happened, I guess, what finally happened, I guess, was, and maybe the bungee cord, I guess, came back, kind of backfired on them. Because it's my only, that's what I'm thinking, is the bungee cord just finally backfired on them. Finally backfired on them, and the force of the bungee cord being tied to the machine, because we have a little hook thing for the bungee cord or whatever, to the machine, basically connecting it together with the connecting, basically, what they did is they took the bungee cord and they wrapped it around, like we have a little hole, a little keyhole thing, well, not a little keyhole, kind of like, I'm trying to think of the name right now, but it's just like a little hook hole, a little hole hook, where you could, like, if you have to hook something, you hook it into the hole. Well, basically, the person tied it in like this between it and the bottom of the cart. So my assumption is basically the cart got pulled with such force that it ended up finally breaking off that wheel jack, or that wheel support that was needed for the back wheels of the carts. So yesterday, like I say, ironically, as far as I know, my last day out there for a while, I end up having to push the carts manually. Not saying that's a bad thing or anything, but I had to push the carts manually. Now, thankfully, I did have help for a while, at least one help until 8 o'clock and one help till 9 o'clock. But then I was on my own, and I did the best I could. I even worked on the sides. I corralled as best I could. I did everything I could. And the CSM, who is really nice, he's really understanding, really enjoys the work we do, and is really supportive, she kind of at first asked, she's like, okay, well, what, at first it sounded like, okay, she was going to say, well, you need to go back out there and get them all inside. And I could understand if I could do that. I could understand her. That's what I was prepared to do. If she would have said, okay, you need to go outside and finish them, I would have gone back outside. But when she asked me, what time did you come in? And I said 3, and she said, oh, shoot, I told her what time I clocked in, which was 3 o'clock. She said, oh, shoot, clock out then, go home. Basically, I told her I did the best I could, and she understood that. And when you look out there, and I even asked one of my associates how it looked out there, she said it looked fine. She said it looked good. And that's basically coming from somebody that for 3 hours on their own, even a 15-minute break in between, was able to get it done. I was able to get it all done. And I'm happy about that. And I'm really happy about that. Well, not get it all done, but get a majority of it done, I should say. I'm really happy about that. And if there's any carts left over, it's like, hey, you can't blame me, blame the customers, because customers just keep coming in, even though we're an 18-hour store and we close at midnight. It's like, what is the deal? Why do these people not understand we're not a 24-hour store yet? Not saying we won't be someday, but we're not yet. Why can't they understand that? And yet, they still keep coming in and coming in and coming in and coming in. And to me, it just really blows my mind. They can't really understand that, hey, we're not 24 hours. We're 18 hours, and that's about it. We're an 18-hour store. Deal with it, But overall, it was great. And like I said, I got out of there, and mentally, I just wanted to say, quote what Plucky Duck said, and towards the end of How I Spent My Summer Vacation movie, because basically that's how I feel. It feels like I'm now liberated. I am now done with carts. I am now done with carts on a majority basis for the time being. Not saying I'll ever go back to them, because that time will come. I got a feeling as we get into the fall season and school starts up, I'm going to end up back in that area. I'm going to end up back in carts somehow. Just don't know when, just don't know where. But now I'm just happy at the fact that I don't have to deal with that anymore. I don't have to deal with that crap. I mean, advantage is I did get muscles, so. But that's all I could say, and that's all I'm going to say for this work vlog. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll talk to y'all later.